All right, everybody, if you're ready for this, this is a sneak peek at a restored 1975 GMC Motorhome. This is your zombie apocalypse, bomb-proof, literally, vehicle. They made a limited number of these. It's powered by a Oldsmobile 455 big block, front-wheel drive, carbureted motor with HEI ignition. And we're gonna just go through. This thing's dusty. It's been sitting for a couple of weeks, but I wanted to give you just a sneak peek on exactly how self-sufficient this vehicle is. It has some little hidden features that are going to be quite useful, from the air conditioning that's been upgraded to run on batteries and inverter. It has solar, a lot of new features, and a lot of things that are handy on a utility level, like the upgraded air system. It has air line in there with air tools, all LED lights throughout. But I'm going to give you a tour, kind of look at some of the features. It has new airbags, it's air ride suspension. Since it's front wheel drive, it has a low floor plan all the way through, and these airbags will drop it all the way down to the ground, or you can lift it up. It drives very smooth, so there's no rear axles, those bolt right to the frame. You have a 44-gallon onboard propane tank. You have a barbecue plumbed into the back, has locks on it. I guess if you wanted, you could grill some steaks on the road. Come over to this side. Well, the same. You notice there's only one door in and out of this vehicle. On this side, you have a cord reel. You can power your campsite or wherever you want to go. Inside there, we'll open it later, there's a 6,000 watt generator. You can fire up from inside and power everything. But once I show you some of the hidden features of this vehicle, you'll see that that generator is really not needed. There's also a 50 amp shoreline power cord that you can power this vehicle from, a shore power. So let's go inside. It has auto door locks, remote door locks. And you'll notice from the outside, looks completely different on the inside. Here we go. Let's take a look at some of the features. You've got microwave. There's the water tank is under this. Under this panel here, there's a jack and some tools. You have your water here. It has onboard. This is the propane. Okay. Come back here. We got this is the rear section. And you have, sorry, it's kind of messy. It's took it on a work camping trip a little bit ago. I haven't really cleaned it since. So here we have your 12 volt system, which is 12.2. This has just been sitting. Notice this, 12.3 is what the power is sitting at, and we're using 49 watts. Controls for the generator. There's a switch over here for the hot water, as electric hot water. Storage under the seats. A refrigerator freezer here. You'll notice that this vehicle was not plugged into anything. So we have frozen blocks up here, and everything stays cool. Like I said, this thing's sat for a couple of weeks now. So windows open, solar charges everything up. It's overcast right now. You'll see that it's actually 12.8, and that's the batteries. Some neat features about this vehicle is that you have your main fuel and you'll notice that the battery is on battery boost. That's a solenoid that ties in the golf cart batteries that are in the back, and that powers an oversized inverter that will invert power from the 12 volt. It will automatically sense incoming 110 and switch over without losing any power to anything and simultaneously charge all the batteries up. So that would be if you needed to start the generator, which you could do while you're going down the road if you needed to. And again, all of this electronics are pretty bomb-proof the way they're packaged. Now, you'll notice that the batteries are off. There's two separate batteries for the front, so you'll never be without power in this vehicle. A neat feature, if you'll notice here, the reason it says 12.7 is because this solar charger and the panels on the top charge to a post in the front of the vehicle, and it's selectable. You can choose to take all the power from the solar and charge battery 1, battery 2, both of them, or using this switch here, you can charge the batteries in the back. So that's kind of a neat feature. You can also be going down the road, the alternator is going to charge whatever set of batteries you want. So if you chose to put this on both and had battery boost, you would be charging every battery in this vehicle. And since I leave it sit for a while, it's good practice to turn the batteries off there. I can show you exactly what the batteries, we'll switch that to normal, and then we'll just show that okay, 12.9 battery 1, battery 2, 13.1. Keep in mind these batteries have been sitting for a while. The one that's a little bit lower does have the memory lead for the stereo, the auto door locks. Those are the only things that always have power. So now it's on both. So we are now charging on an overcast morning 13.3, and that is pretty good for something that's been sitting. You'll notice some of the other features here. Okay, it still had pressure in the system. Let's come back here to our control panel. It's got our onboard water. We have these fans, and those will go in or out. LED lights throughout. Take a look at the bathroom here. Okay, you'll notice this is a recirculating toilet, which means it has its own holding tank there, and it circulates in there. Okay. Okay. So once you pull this lever here, it goes into a big tank, a big gray and black tank under the vehicle. So we have another skylight here with a max fan, shower, toilet. Okay, you can run all of these items. One neat feature about this, let's see, this is a full-size RV air conditioner. Has outputs for the back, one that goes straight down, and one here. Now let's see if we have enough power. This is anybody that knows anything about electrical. This has been upgraded capacitors. I'm going to turn this to cool. Most inverters will not do this. Notice this? This is blowing air conditioning on high, strictly off the batteries. Okay? If you're going to do that for a really long time, like hours and hours, you're going to need to augment it with either fully sunny day, have your generator running, or have the vehicle running. But that in itself, you know, so we didn't have to start any generator. That's running the air conditioner on full. You can hear that the refrigerator freezer is going, and then all the 12 volt side stuff's on. So you have your water pump and everything else. And this igniter for the propane stove there is 110. Here we have 110 lighting. Hard to tell from the video. Very bright lights. Also we have lighting here. So if we have music going, You'll notice we can just change this. There's different lighting. We can go around. We'll make some other videos for that, but this is just a pre-video for this vehicle that's going to be on the market soon. So let's get to some of the things that are important. Like I said, it's been sitting, so let's see how bomb-proof this motor is. I haven't started this up today. It's been a couple of weeks, but let's just see. This is what you normally do. So listen, one pump of the accelerator pump. Let's see how it starts. That noise you're hearing is the onboard air compressor, which powers the air ride suspension and the auxiliary tank in the front for airing up tires. There's enough air line to get to each tire in this vehicle. You can use air tools, really anything you need to do. Okay, so it didn't start right up, but that was pretty quick. Pretty quick for sitting for a couple of weeks. I probably could have done 2 pumps, but this thing starts right up. The warning lights you have on the dash here are door and low alarm. I will say, even going down the road, let's see if we can fix that. Even with the door closed, a lot of times that door light will be on. Now, right here is our air ride system, and this just adjusts for, right now it's at hold, so it's holding the current level in the airbags, and you do that to level your vehicle off. So if you're at a campsite and you want to level it off, and also you can just drop it all the way down and lift it up to head down the road. So if we put this to travel, it's going to auto sense where the airbags need to be, where you can manually raise and lower each side. It's kind of neat. So if we wanted to raise or lower, raise, you can't see it in the video, but the vehicle is lifting on one side. Kind of a neat feature. We're going to have some other features that are going to be on here by the time this is on the market. And I gotta say, I didn't really want to sell this, but I've spent so much time in here that wife has other plans. So it's all good. Kids like it. You could use this for family. This could also be a nice little escape or bug out vehicle, but it's really whatever you want to do with it. Now, as soon as we want, since this is an older motor, it has a vacuum advance choke. So to release that, we're just going to hit the throttle. Okay, you hear that it dropped back down. Let me just turn this off here. That noise you're hearing in the front is the air compressor. And here we have here. This thing is in great operational shape. It has new paint on the outside, new tires, new airbags, and we are excited to see some other videos here in the future. So I'm going to cut the video off right here, and will be some new videos coming shortly.